Hello, people of Magna Terra and beyond. This is the first broadcasting of the only official news source of Northern Europe, Ram News. For today's first story, we bring to you devastating information. The Empire of Germanica, known more commonly as the German Empire, is in a heavy state of decline. Its population has been refusing to work for days now, and its economy has fallen. It is now one of the weaker states in Europe. Its people are mass migrating out of Germany to other countries such as Estonia, Gotland, and even the Russian wilderness. This comes after talk of a coup d'etat to take Nagy out of power as prime minister and establish an absolute monarchy. We send our regards to Berlin and hope that their state can escape their current depression. Former member states are also beginning to declare independence, as Denmark is slowly gaining more and more autonomy from their previous owners. Across the Baltic Sea, the Confederation of Gotland's political crisis has ended. The Confederation, for a short period of time, was at a state of war with itself. This was under issues of international recognition, as each city wanted to be seen as its own independent state, and therefore have equal representation. Since they were declined, every state decided to declare a complete independence from one another. The island was, for a while, an absolute mess. Luckily, after a short time, the issue was fixed, and the nation transferred from a confederation to an absolute monarchy with the Big Sal as king. As an addition to that last story, I would like to call your attention to the Pristina Conference, which shall be taking place in the state of Pristina, located close to Yugoslavia. This shall be a meeting of most, if not all, European powers to discuss the future of our continent. We shall be covering the event live here at Ram News and would strongly appreciate it if you would watch and subscribe to the Ramen Boy 21 YouTube channel. Finally, for today, the Republic of Estonia has recently held an election. While here in Gotland we do not practice such a tradition as an election, the people of Estonia have treated their election with such dignity and respect, and therefore we must send our regards to the Estonian people. The two candidates, Buffer Pington and Devine, ran on fairly similar campaigns. However, Buffer Pington came out on top. He ran on a platform of modernization and bringing his nation up to speed with the world in terms of mostly infrastructure. To discuss more of what his policies were, I have managed to get an interview with this man, although he was very busy, I'll tell you that. Here is the man himself, Mr. President Buffer Pington. Hello, Mr. President. Thank you very much for coming down here tonight.
Not a problem.
All right, how are you doing today, kind sir? I never got to that.
I've been doing fine. Mostly been working on the city of Tallinn.
Ah, things are going well up there?
More or less. We've yet to actually build any buildings yet. We're mainly focusing on the road system so we know where to actually build the buildings.
Infrastructure is important, dear sir, although I heard there was a damn Slovak up there taking shit from you, huh?
Yeah, or so we think. Some diamonds mysteriously appeared after the incident. So I don't think we really know who's at fault. The Slovaks are a pretty big suspect.
Those people from down in the Balkans, slippery fingers.
Not quite the Balkans, but away from the civilized world, I guess.
Yep. I'd like to ask you, speaking of civilization, how is it that you hope to modernize Estonia into the new age? The staff are adding in tanks, planes, and other such technologies soon, and I'd love to hear how you plan to use these technologies to better the Republic of Estonia and its defenses.
Indeed, I haven't really thought of anything regarding the new tanks and don't think they're planes. I think they're helicopters. But I want to take full advantage of those new machines. I was mainly focused on movecraft for the past while or so, and I was interested in constructing. What are they? A line of ground effect aircraft that can be used to transport goods across the Baltic.
Ah.
And I was hoping to perhaps sell these aircraft to other countries.
That's wise. Are there any countries that you currently see as kind of a threat to Estonia's national defense?
not exactly. The closest thing you could call a threat would be Petrograd, which magically appeared out of nowhere from
Yeah.
a German monarchist coup person. But there's only one of him, and he
Yeah.
keeps dying while he's bragging about
Yeah.
himself.
He said he rage quit because there's a little bit of an argument about Ireland on the Discord. So he said he quit. So there's no.
Yeah, I see.
There's no
Yeah, I
threat
think I
from
remember
the.
there was a big argument on the Discord.
There's no damn Ivanists from the east anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of Germany, how do you feel about the apparent fall of the German Empire? Like, is Estonia prepared for a possible refugee crisis? And what should we do about the anti-government rebels that will likely be fleeing from the country?
I think Zombie Cowman was the only anti-government rebel among the Germans. We seem to have absorbed the bulk of the German remnants, and we've pretty much accepted them with open arms. We're always up for more members.
Ah, all right. In the future, how do you hope for your presidency to be remembered?
To be honest, I'm not too interested in sort of having a legacy as of now. I just don't want to come off as incompetent.
That's a good goal, good sir. You know, is there anything that you'd like to say for the rest of the world who will be watching this?
Not exactly. I'm not the most talkative person.
I understand that, kind sir. It was an honor to have you in Vizzy today. If you've ever like to come down, you're more than welcome here. And I hope to see you soon.
Indeed.
All right, it was a fantastic talk. I would like to sincerely thank the Estonians and their president for their time and presence, as well as for their incredible hospitality to the people of Gotland. Sadly, we have run out of time for our broadcast today. I do hope that we can release another such broadcast tomorrow, so long as news keeps being as interesting as it is. And so, we at Ram News wish you a final goodbye. We shall see you all as soon as possible. Snara Atterband.